Welcome back to 102.7 Shop FM. We are the Nerds of the North. I am DJ Bodobo.
I am DJ Padawan.
Off the top of the show, we played the Halo theme song by Lindsey Sterling and William Joseph, and the Three Banners Fanfare by Brad Derrick, which is from The Elder Scrolls Online. There is some reasoning behind those two tracks. I guess I'll get it out of the way. Before game releases, Halo 5 has been officially announced. Halo 5 Guardians is the title.
Now this was teased at last year's E3, was it not?
Yes, this has been previously teased. From the teaser trailer, it was nothing. Like, you didn't get really a title.
No, it was a Spartan walking up in a dust cloak.
Yeah, that was basically it. All you pretty much got a hint of is that there's going to be some Cortana and there's going to be some Master Chief.
Are we 100% sure the Cortana's coming back?
Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. But okay, then this is the most recent...
because I remember the ending to Halo 4 and it caused me to throw my controller.
I know, but I don't think they can't do it. They can't kill Cortana. Because, fans are raving about the official picture that they released with the announcement. There's a soldier with the Halo 5 title underneath. It basically looks like it's not a Spartan. It's not a Spartan helmet. It almost looks like a normal. It
looks like a Spartan Recon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it has a blue visor, and what everybody was they're like, oh, it's Cortana. It's a robot version of Cortana, or whatever, right? Like
please no.
Yes.
I don't want Cortana operating a suit of Mjolnir armor by herself.
So. This is what everybody, one of the developers has come out and said that this is not Master Chief, it is not Cortana, it is a new character, / so smiley face. I don't know.
Okay.
So he said it's a new character, I don't know.
You're almost guaranteed that the Chief is going to make an appearance somewhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. But if there's
you know the ending to Halo 4, right?
Yes.
You've completely finished it. You saw the final ending there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Like, he's walking away, and the scene cuts out as his armor is being taken off.
Yeah. So yeah, Halo 5. They haven't really released too many details. This is coming out in 2015, so...
Yeah, it's still 343 Studios, right?
Yes, 343 Studios. They said it will be Xbox One 2015. It'll for sure be 60 frames per second. It'll have dedicated servers, and it is overall a bigger effort than Halo 4. So that's pretty much it so far on the Halo 5 news. Video game releases. Upcoming video game releases. Today, Drakengard, I don't know. Drakengard 3 for the PS3. It's an action RPG game.
There were a couple of people picking that up at Microplay today.
Oh yeah. I've seen the IGN review up. Considering there's not too many big games out, and obviously the RPG genre has its fans everywhere. Drakengard, considering it's the third in the series, I haven't played any of the other two. I don't know what they are.
No, I haven't played the other ones myself.
May 22nd, Fit Music for Wii U. Weird title. I don't know. It's just usually before it was wasn't it Wii Music or whatever? I don't know. That's a totally different game, I guess. Or Music or Wii Fit. I don't know.
I know there was a music game for the
Wii. It was the Wii Music, and then Wii Fit was like the two totally separate games. Anyways, yeah, Fit Music for the Wii U, Swords and Soldiers for the Wii U and the PS3, and I believe a couple of handheld systems as well.
Tropico?
Oh yeah. Oh no, Swords. I was gonna say Swords and Soldiers is it's just a real-time strategy game or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So it's a side-scrolling real-time strategy. I don't understand that.
A side-scrolling RTS?
Yes, I couldn't get
That's odd.
I was thinking tower defense, like a mixed tower defense and strategy, or like I have no idea.
I don't know.
Tropico 5 is coming out on May 23rd for the PC. This is getting released for the 360, the PS4, and Mac, I believe, sometime in the summer.
Okay.
I believe PC just gets it on May 23rd. I have already picked this up, or pre-ordered it on Steam, I guess you could say.
Have fun.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to micromanage a Cuban island.
I don't know, I'm all about that stuff.
Of course you are. I have a hard enough time micromanaging SimCity.
That's my game.
I get about halfway and then my nuclear reactor blows.
Oh, seriously? I've never had that happen. You can't build them too early. You have to have educated workers.
I don't build them until the Oxford University is at level 2.
That's weird, though.
And literally, I have educated workers who won't go to work.
See, was this pre-patch, or like, have you even played the game since it's been...
I haven't played the game since the Skynet crash.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. May 27th, a few games are coming out. Mind Zero for the Vita. It's a dungeon crawler RPG. Sounds interesting. I would imagine for the Vita, like...
Vita's got a couple of good dungeon crawler RPGs. Dungeon Alliance is really nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting how all 3 different classes, you're the same character, you're just different storyline based on whether you're the fighter, the mage, or the thief.
Yep. Also on May 27th is the Sly Cooper collection. That's for the Vita. I think it's already out, or it was already out for the PS3. If not, it's released on the 27th. I couldn't confirm that. Also on the 27th, Ace Combat Infinity.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And then the biggest one that everybody's been waiting for on the next generations, and I guess a little bit of the older generations.
Oh, Clock Puppies?
No. Watch Dogs!
Oh, Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Right.
PS4, the Xbox One, the 360, the PC, and the Wii U, which I was kind of surprised about. No PS3, or that I know of, but Wii U.
Interesting.
I thought that was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be picking that one up. I meant to go down and pre-order it, but just didn't get around to it. So I don't know. Getting into some video game news. This was fresh off the press right here. ZeniMax has officially filed suit against Oculus VR and its founder, Palmer Luckey. This came out in the news, I believe, last week or a couple weeks ago. ZeniMax was threatening to file suit against Oculus for copyright infringement, amongst other things. And apparently Oculus has completely ignored. And yeah, this is ZeniMax has officially filed suit. This is claiming Oculus has misappropriated ZeniMax trade secrets regarding virtual reality, infringed upon copyrights and trademarks. Claims also include breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and unfair competition. Those are some pretty
interesting.
But when you see the breach of contract, that kind of hints at some point either
they were teaming up on something.
Or somebody from their team might have been working for ZeniMax at the time, something like that.
Well, I also did see something in the news about the Oculus Rift, and it is the most disappointing thing I'd ever seen. A couple of weeks ago, as you remember, I went with my nephew for his birthday up at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And the number one thing he wanted to do was go in the Ticket Blaster, which is like this plastic room that they throw tickets in that are worth different denominations, and they turn on a fan, and the tickets blow around you while you have to try and grab them out of the air. In the United States, Chuck E. Cheese is employing the Oculus Rift for Ticket Blaster VR.
Oh yes, I know.
It's got 3 separate areas that are going to be starting it up. One is Dallas, one is I think Austin, but why?
Yeah.
there's no fun putting this headset on a little kid, because you got to think it's a little kid. They're going to smack that thing into something. Yeah. Spinning around in a circle trying to find it.
When I seen that headline, I just shook my head and ignored it. I was like, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm all for trying to keep everything up to date here, but what's wrong with the old school stuff? Come on.
Yeah. Back to the lawsuit here. The CEO of ZeniMax, Robert Altman, has said we cannot ignore the unlawful exploitation of intellectual property that we develop and own, nor will we allow the misappropriation and infringement to go unaddressed. Oculus has come out and released a statement as well. The lawsuit filed by ZeniMax has no merit whatsoever. ZeniMax did not contribute to Oculus technology in any way. Oculus will defend these claims vigorously. I just think this is really interesting. This kind of brings you back to the Apple, was it Samsung that?
Yeah, the Apple Samsung, where Samsung paid with truckloads of nickels.
It's kind of one of those big name kind of things. Oculus is obviously an up and coming name, but it has the potential, obviously, since being bought out by Facebook, and that kind of puts an interesting spin on. They're going to have Facebook's legal department probably now backing them up.
Okay, that's going to be interesting.
But ZeniMax, I think ZeniMax can hold its own ground here. I hope for the best. I hope nothing bad comes of this. I like both companies. I like both products. I don't know. We'll see. Some NPD numbers have been released in general video gaming. This is all U.S. numbers. Total spending on video games in the U.S. has added up to $4.6 billion in the first quarter of this year. Hardware made up for a quarter of that. So considering the Xbox One and the PS4's release.
Well, weren't the Xbox One and PS4 last year's fourth quarter?
Yes, but the sales for the first quarter.
Oh, the sales continuing on. Yes. Okay.
So I don't know. I remember reporting on this early on at the start of the Nerds in the North.
Way back in October.
Yeah, way back in October. But yeah, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of numbers that came out. I didn't bother to write them all down. It's just craziness. Microsoft has revealed features for the new update coming in June to the Xbox One.
Okay.
External storage support. This will allow you to use have up to 2 hard drives plugged into your Xbox at once. Any hard drive with USB 3.0 and over 256 gigabytes will be, it's 256 gigabytes will be formatted in order to allow you to move games and apps and add-ons and solve many issues that I guess people have had with space on their console. One benefit of this, obviously, that you can take your content and your games to your friend's house. They have said that you will be able, if you digitally purchase a game, as long as you are signed in to Xbox Live at your friend's house on your account. Actually, I don't even know if you have to. As long as you're signed in to Xbox Live, it'll work. No problem. All your DLC, like if you're using, if you digitally purchased a game, you don't need the disc. If you're wanting to play a disc-based game, you can bring your game save, use the disc. You won't have to do any updates since all the updates are already on your hard drive. So it kind of makes it sounds good. Hopefully it works how they say it's going to work.
Sounds good.
Also, they announced that you'll have the option to display your real name on Xbox Live.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to operate like the current PlayStation's functionality for real name.
Yes, they have come out and said that there is a lot of flexibility in the options on who you want to show your real name to online.
That's good.
It's kind of common sense if they came out and forced you to use your real name.
It's clearly common sense, and I'm glad that it's not being forced, because if you force it, Xbox Live wouldn't work anymore because no one would be on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And more good news, the One Guide is coming to Canada in June and Europe. So when you have your cable box plugged in.
That's finally activating, eh?
Yes, finally activating.
All right, good.
So I'll be able to control my cable with my controller or my voice. And extra smart glass features are added in June as well. Microsoft just released, if you were wondering what the update was yesterday, Skype is now a snappable app, so you will be able to have a Skype conversation going while you're playing a game.
That sounds pretty good.
That's pretty key. I'm sure it's handy for some people. Yeah, that's about it for the Xbox stuff. Whoa! We're getting some thunder in the studio. Wasteland 2.
Okay.
A game that has another Kickstarter game. This was funded April of 2012. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be released this past October, but it was delayed. The company In Exile Entertainment has come out and said Wasteland 2 will be released at the end of August. The developer Brian Fargo has come out and said that the game is an immense world with word. This is I wrote this down just because I thought this was interesting. The game has a word count that is greater than the Lord of the Rings novels. Off the top of your head, can you remember roughly the ballpark?
I can remember roughly the ballpark for Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't.
I've got to think that perhaps the word count then for Lord of the Rings has got to be about 1.5 to 2 million.
See,
this is including Hobbit.
Okay,
Fellowship,
see, I don't know.
Two Towers, Return of the King, and the Silmarillion.
I don't know. No, see, I don't know how he was going to bond. I just did a quick Wikipedia search. If Wikipedia is failing me, my bad. But apparently, just the 3 Lord of the Rings novels, I believe it's 475,000 words. I believe somewhere between 450 and 500,000. So. I'm guessing, that's Wikipedia right there, so don't quote me on that one. Anyways, yeah, it has a 450,000 word count. And a solid 50+ hour game experience that has diversity from beginning to end. I looked at the trailer. It looks interesting. It's definitely for some of the old school gamers out there. Old school, like if you liked.
Old school as in, is this a DOS-based game?
No.
Okay.
No, it's hard for me to explain. It's kind of like a original Fallout mixed with the new Fallout. Like it's weird. I think it's.
Ooh, is it 3/4 top down?
I think so.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's going to be an interesting experience.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. By looking at the trailer, I think that's what it is. Yeah. The last bit of news here is just a reminder, or kind of just last minute thing. I remember saying this a couple weeks ago. Nintendo was shutting down Wi-Fi services for the original DS and the Wii.
Yep.
This has now gone into effect.
Yep.
Nintendo has shut down Wi-Fi services for the DS and the Wii, and the original Wii. The shops, the Wii shop and the DS shop, still remain open. You can still purchase stuff. The Nintendo website has a list of all the games affected by this.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah. End of gaming news.
Okay, well, we've hit that time where it's time for you to stop listening to us for a few minutes and enjoy a musical break here on 102.7 Chop FM. And for that musical break, well, carrying on with our theme, it's time for the nostalgic break. And let's just say that we have some classic nostalgic songs here for you. If you recognize all 3 of these, fantastic. You can classify yourself as a nerd.
Brownie points!
To start us off here with the very first one, from Cult Hit Tributes, this is the theme to Denver, The Last Dinosaur. Alright, welcome back to 102.7 Chop FM. We are the Nerds of the North, and that was our nostalgic break. We started you off with the theme song to Denver, The Last Dinosaur, cartoon show I remember from my childhood. I believe that was early 90s. Then we had the theme song to Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
One of the best films that Hayao Miyazaki has ever made, regardless about whether or not you like the dub. or whether you prefer it in original Japanese.
Cough, cough.
Then, finishing up there was the theme song to Chippendale Rescue Rangers, performed by the Disney Afternoon Studios. Okay, it's time for some movie news. And ironically enough, our first topic for movie news today is also from an old late 80s, early 90s cartoon show. Jem and the Holograms has added some more members of their cast. We have an actress, Juliette Lewis, has been added as a mystery character. And surprise, surprise, Molly Ringwald has also been added as a mystery character. I'm kind of excited because I like Molly Ringwald as an actress. She's done a good job in a lot of her movies.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what she's doing in this. And, you know, it's just, with them saying mystery character, it's allowing a lot of fans to speculate just what other characters from the series are going to be coming back, whether or not it's going to be a simple small cameo part, or perhaps since Jem is a secret agent, maybe they're the villains? Who knows? Now, it was announced all weekend long with multiple small TV spots that it was going to be coming out, and sure enough, Monday afternoon, we got hit with the full trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Did you manage to see this yet?
No.
You're probably going to see it tonight on screen.
I know.
This trailer just makes the film look even better. It's the first time you get to hear Vin Diesel actually talk as Groot. You get to hear Rocket talk, which he's pretty funny. And you see more of just what's going on, why they're there, why they're teamed up. I'm looking forward to it. And you know what? It comes out this August 1st. It's a perfect way to start ending the summer. Now, apparently a line has been drawn in the sand for a lot of Harry Potter fans. And it's currently a mix of 50-50 whether you're on one side of the line or not. With the new film coming out in the Harry Potter series, not the same continuation, but I'm talking of course about J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, that's being adapted into a film. Alfonso Cuarón is in talks to be the director. And recently, Alfonso Cuarón did a fantastic job with Gravity.
Yes.
However, he is also responsible for Prisoner of Azkaban. And at least among my circle of friends, whenever that is mentioned, it's always followed by 2 words. Stupid werewolf.
Who directed the last 2 Harry Potters?
I don't know who directed the last 2 Harry Potters, actually. Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't think of any of the other...
But I have problems with the last 2 Harry Potters as well. I have problems with a lot of the Harry Potter movies, except for the first 2.
Then who should direct this movie?
How about J.K. Rowling? Maybe it'll be done right.
No. I wouldn't want to see that.
Alrighty. So, you know...
Obviously have her as a consultant.
Definite consultant, perhaps maybe script supervisor.
Well, yeah, she should be there, all the time.
Yeah. I'm hoping so, because I want to see it done properly, done well.
Yeah.
So. Now, everybody's always heard out there that, especially with all the all the acts trying to shut down internet streaming and stuff, that a lot of Hollywood execs are complaining that movies aren't making the amount of money that they should be.
Yeah.
The numbers have come in for Godzilla for its opening weekend. This film cost $160 million approximately to make, and by Monday evening, it saw a worldwide box office return of $200 million.
Yeah, I don't think digital sales mean anything.
Yeah. It's...
Okay, and watch.
If the movie is of high quality,
it doesn't...
we are going to go to the theater to see it.
That's the thing, man.
In fact, what are we doing tonight when our show is over?
Going to see Godzilla!
We are going to Godzilla.
Yeah.
And it is going to be fantastic. Now, because Godzilla, after 4 days, has already brought in, on top of it saw a 40% return on top of its original investment, a sequel is already in planning.
Yeah, this was like kind of rumored.
Of course there is, because you've got to now see, please, if we can get some of the monsters from Toho. I want to see King Ghidorah.
What I don't want to see is the next Godzilla movie rushed and done within a year.
No.
And
2 years.
Yeah.
Take from the Star Wars line. It's a 3-year release.
Yeah.
3-year release window. We can wait for it.
Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, oh, start making it now. Get it out next April.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're not Pixar. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to some other news. Harrison Ford's been offered another movie role. And it's a role to return to.
This guy doesn't need any more money.
Perhaps. He's been offered to return to his role of Rick Deckard in Ridley Scott's directed sequel to Blade Runner. Now, this is causing a lot of fans of Blade Runner to start speculating a lot. There are at least 4 different cuts of this film. 5 if you include the work print, which is just all scenes edited together. And while the novel says one thing, and different cuts of the movie imply or say something different, it's not entirely clearly known whether Deckard was a replicant or whether he was human.
Okay.
If you're bringing Deckard back for a sequel, we are going to know 100% if Deckard is a replicant or if he's human. I prefer it being left ambiguous. I enjoy the mystery behind it. You don't actually really know. That's why the movie has such a strong ending. And it's just great because it's one of the few movies that you can really get an in-depth conversation about it. If you get the right group of fans, you can go on for hours about this movie, just picking out every individual tiny scene, like Edward James Olmos' character, who always leaves little sculptures. Well, those sculptures have something specific in mind as to what Deckard is going through at this time.
Yeah.
Which in turn has led to the theory that replicants have memories of humans in them. The newer line does. It led to that entire thing with the sculptures has led on to the theory that Olmos' character has put his memories into Deckard. That's how he always knows where he is, always knows what he's going to be doing.
Okay.
It's just, you can think about this and debate and rant for hours. That's why I love Blade Runner.
When the original Blade Runner, what year was that?
Original Blade Runner would have to have been between 79 and 83.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's back there.
It's pretty interesting that it's getting brought up. But that's the thing. You're gonna ruffle some feathers with the fans when you bring back a classic and you throw something like that.
It'll ruffle feathers, but fans will still pay to go and see what's going on.
They're gonna go for sure.
Of course they will. Now, Disney seems to have wanted to start off a solid trend of releasing their classic animated films now as live action.
No.
We have Maleficent coming out at the end of this month.
I do approve of that one. I really think
And we just got hit with the teaser trailer for Cinderella.
See, I don't know.
Which I really hope the article I was reading was wrong, because they're reportedly calling Cinderella's character Ella.
Yeah.
No. I can go and pull my clamshell VHS off my shelf, put it on, and she's called Cinderella. So stop changing names. But that's going to be coming out March 13th, 2015. And Cinderella will be starring Cate Blanchett and Helena Bonham Carter. No news as to which roles those two actresses are playing. But we do have a pretty solid director behind this. This is Kenneth Branagh is directing. And you know of Kenneth Branagh. He's directed and starred in a remake of Hamlet.
Okay.
But you will clearly know him as Gilderoy Lockhart from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That man, fantastic job making me hate your performance of a character that I hated in the books. Congratulations. You got it across perfectly.
That was pretty... I remember when you said that, too. That's pretty good.
Now, it's ironic that you brought up Halo 5 at the beginning, because I have some news here about Ridley Scott's digital Halo feature.
Yes.
It is to be done in the style of Halo 4's Forward Until Dawn.
Thank God.
Precisely. Forward Until Dawn was the most amazing thing I had seen in a long time. That to me brought the Covenant to life, brought the Spartans to life perfectly. I want that. I want to see that movie on the big screen.
That was the one thing that like almost revamped Master Chief for you, almost too. Like, cause like you play the first 2 Halo games, like even the second one like had quite a bit of, just because it was I don't know. Like, from Halo 3 was pretty big as well, just because it was new console, more stuff.
Yeah.
When you get into ODST, Halo 4,
Reach.
Halo
hype, Wars.
Yeah, the hype, I don't know, like it just wasn't there.
The hype was falling off, but
when you seen
every time I went to play this game with friends, the first thing that we did is like, oh, is this your first time playing Halo 4? Yeah? Alright, sit down. Why? We're watching Forward Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Why? Then we're starting the movie, or then we're starting the game. But why? Just watch it. Hour and a half later, yeah, okay, I see why. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like, are you not amped up to play Halo now? Yeah, let's do it. So that's, and in the hands of Ridley Scott, this has potential to be absolutely amazing.
Oh yes.
So come on, Ridley Scott, pull your magic and get this film done, and get this film done in the way that the fans are going to fall in love with it. You've never let me down in the past, so let's keep going. Even I do like his film The Duelists. That's definitely a character study, but it's very interesting movie to watch. Okay, moving over to Blu-ray and theater releases for this week. We've got coming out tomorrow. Yay, for the rom-com of Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, we have Blended starting tomorrow. And more importantly, X-Men Days of Future Past comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm contemplating whether I feel like going to the theater 2 days in a row.
So wait, are we getting the last night of AVX tonight? Is that stealing it right away?
It is stealing it right away. Thursday night, Godzilla will be playing in AVX for the 7 o'clock show. But the 10 o'clock show is X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay.
Godzilla's only making it a week in AVX, so we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And there's potential that even Maleficent is going to knock X-Men out.
Yeah.
Potentially. I hope not, because I want to actually catch X-Men in AVX, but we shall see. Moving on for our Blu-rays coming out this yesterday, we had Law Abiding Citizen come out in the Steelbook format. For those of you unfamiliar,
I really love that movie.
The Steelbook format is exactly as it sounds. It's a metal book that your Blu-ray sits in.
I don't understand. I'm guessing maybe extra features?
They're thinner, they fit on the shelf better, they have fancier cover art.
But like, why would you re-release it, like, just for a Steelbook?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead has also come out in the Steelbook format.
This is weird.
I like Evil Dead. I'm thinking of picking that one up. The Monuments Men came out yesterday on Blu-ray.
Oh, now I'm going to have to go buy that.
Pompeii came out in 3D.
Yeah, I've seen the commercials for that.
Wasn't that, like, just
in
theaters? Like, it feels... Since doing this show, it feels like every other week, it's like, wait a minute, didn't we just talk about this, but it was coming into theater? Man, when you really focus in the world of cinema entertainment, it changes on you quickly.
Yeah.
And Vampire Academy also came out on Blu-ray. Now, I did have one other little piece of news to note here, and that's the... there was a television show, not too long ago, filmed in Saskatchewan, I believe it is?
Yes.
And the show was called Corner Gas.
It's funny because I actually went on Google Maps and you can find the location.
You can find the actual town?
Yeah, well, it's like a mock gas station on the middle of a highway. Like there's nothing around, nothing at all. and it's just there, and like you can see the remnants of the Corner Gas like painting in the set.
That's
and everything.
cool.
Everything's all boarded up and everything.
No, the only episode I really remember is the episode where the mosquitoes were so bad.
Okay, yeah, Hank's hat was.
Hank's hat had the only thing strong enough to keep them away.
Yes. Well, initially they thought it was dish soap.
Yes.
Anyways, this show, what was it? 5 seasons?
I believe it was 5 seasons.
Yeah, it was 5 seasons. It felt like such a long time because, like, I guess because it came out when I was how old was I? I was a little bit younger. I didn't like the show when I was younger, and
it definitely had. You had to take time to let it grow and develop.
I didn't like it at all. I don't know what it was. It just seemed weird to me. But it was one of those shows that was always on Comedy Network, and that's usually what's on my TV. Mm-hmm. Usually, that or sports, and I don't know. I got hooked on it, man. Like even to this day, I'll go back and I'll watch a few. Like now, it's not like rerun like crazy like it used to be. But I'll go online every once in a while, check an episode. Like I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of sad to see that was his only major success show.
True, but good news for you. Corner Gas is getting a spin-off movie, and the movie is going to be set 5 years after the show finale.
See, I kind of seen this coming. Like,
I'm happy that it's being done.
Oh yeah,
but
sure.
it's going to be interesting to see just how much of the original cast can you get back.
Oh, he'll get all of it. He'll get all of it plus the Tragically Hip, and a few other Canadian artists. I can guarantee it. For sure.
You heard it here. He's calling it out.
Maybe or celebrities, Canadian celebrities or Olympic athletes, because they're all throughout Corner Gas. When you watch the shows, there's cameos everywhere. The Tragically Hip was the best, though, in my opinion.
Of course, in your opinion. Tragically Hip are only one step above Rush, in your opinion.
Yes.
Okay, so that brings us to an end this fantastic Wednesday night. We could go longer, but we've got a movie to see.
Indeed.
So we're going to leave you off here with a song on 102.7 Chop FM, and that song's from a fantastic lady that we've been listening to quite recently.
And off her new album.
Off her newest album. It's about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks old right now.
Yes.
This is Farewell from Nerds of the North, and we're going to leave you with Lindsey Sterling's Beyond the Veil.